Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Ness. Today we're going to do a yoga core workout. We're going to start sitting on your mat with your legs crossed. If you've got tightness in your hips, you can sit on a cushion or a block or a folded up towel. So you're going to sit with your spine long, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to start with some belly breathing. Closing your eyes, taking a couple of nice deep inhales and exhales. Then taking one hand onto your belly, on an inhale, filling the belly like a balloon, and exhale, drawing the navel into the spine. Again, inhale, filling the belly like a balloon, keeping the chest and ribs still, and exhale, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Continuing in your own time. Take one more big inhale into the belly and exhale. And opening your eyes. When you're ready, on an inhale, lifting the right arm, and exhale, reaching over to the left. One more inhale, exhale, release, and inhale, lifting the other arm, and exhale, reaching over to the right. Keeping the spine long, chest open as you reach. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale, lifting the right arm. Exhale, take the hand to opposite knee, left hand behind you as you twist to look over the left shoulder. So you're drawing the navel in towards the spine as you twist, keeping the spine long, shoulders down, away from the ears. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale, lifting the left arm, and exhale, take the hand to opposite knee, right hand behind you as you twist to look over the right shoulder. Again, keeping the spine long and drawing the navel in towards the spine as you twist. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Interlacing your fingers, pushing the palms out in front, and on the inhale, reaching the arms up. Keeping the spine long, chest open. One more inhale, and exhale, release. And interlacing the hands behind your back. And on an inhale, opening the chest, reaching the arms back, rolling the shoulders back. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Slowly coming to tabletop, so onto hands and knees. You want your shoulders above the wrists and hips above the knees, and we'll loosen up the spine with cat-cow. So on an inhale, we're dropping the belly, tilting the pelvis, opening the chest, looking up. And then exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, expanding the chest, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, back to a neutral tabletop here. We're going to come into our Sunbird pose. So first, you're going to straighten your right leg, lifting the right foot. Okay, you want your hips squared down. You don't want to open the hip out to the right. You want to keep that leg straight in line with your spine. And you can stay right here, keeping the core engaged and glutes engaged, or you can lift the left arm, reaching the left hand forward as well. So keeping the core strong here. Really reaching the hand away from the foot. One more inhale and exhale, releasing back down to tabletop. Do the same on the other side. So we'll straighten the left leg, lifting the left foot. You want to keep the hips level down, core strong, spine long. You can either stay here or you can try lifting the right arm, reaching the right hand forward. You want a nice long line from the fingertips down to your foot. Core engaged, glutes engaged. And one more inhale and exhale, releasing back down to tabletop. Okay, now we're going to tuck the toes under. We're just going to very slightly lift your knees. Okay, so you need to engage the core here, keeping the core strong, knees lifted, pushing the palms down into the mat. One more inhale and exhale, releasing the knees down to the mat. Okay, coming into a quick child's pose for a little rest, taking the knees apart, taking the hips back all the way down to the heels, taking the head down to the mat and reaching the arms out in front. And then coming back up to tabletop. Okay, tucking your toes under again. Again, we're going to lift the knees just slightly, just a couple of inches off the mat. This time, we're going to straighten the right leg, tap the right toes back, and bring it back to the center. Then straighten the left leg, tap the left toes back, and back to the center. We're going to do a few more. Right foot, back to center. Left foot, back to center, keeping the core strong here. Right foot out, back to center. Left foot out, back to center. Right foot out, back to center. And last one, left foot out, back to center. Releasing the knees down to the mat. Well done. Come into another quick child's pose. And coming back up to tabletop. Okay, we're going to come into another Sunbird pose. So we're going to straighten the right leg, lifting the right foot, and reaching the left arm forward. This time we're going to inhale here, really reach the hand and the foot apart, and then exhale, we're going to bend that left elbow, bringing it to the left knee, nice and slow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. And one more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, elbow to knee. Coming back to tabletop, and we'll do that on the other side. So we're going to straighten the left leg and lift the left foot. And then lifting the right arm, reaching the right hand forward. So you're going to inhale and reach. And exhale, taking right elbow to left knee nice and slowly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. And last one, inhale, reach. And exhale, elbow to knee. Okay, coming back to tabletop. We're now going to come into a plank pose. So it's like the top of a push-up with your hands pressing firmly into the mat, tucking the toes under, straightening the legs. Okay, you want your shoulders above the wrists here. Nice strong core, long spine. And keep breathing here. Rolling the shoulders back and down in your plank pose. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing the knees down to the mat. We're going to come into a down dog next. So from your tabletop pose, we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to start to lift the knees, taking the chest towards the thighs, slowly lifting the hips, start to straighten the legs. Down dog looks like an upside down V shape, so you need the hips to be high, heels to be heavy, pushing them down towards the mat. Straighten your legs if you can. If your calves are feeling tight, we can loosen them out by bending one knee at a time, pushing the other heel down to the mat, and slowly switching sides, walking the legs out, loosening out the calves. And come to stillness in down dog. Looking towards your knees, sending the chest towards the thighs to keep the spine long. Palms pushing firmly down into the mat with the fingers spread wide. And bend your knees, look forward. We're going to step just the right foot forward, right foot in between your hands, coming into a runner's lunge. So you want the right knee over the ankle, hip squared to the front, pushing the left heel to the back of the room to lengthen the left leg. And then slowly dropping the back knee down to the mat and pointing the back toes. We're going to come into a low lunge. Hips are still squared to the front. We're going to inhale, reaching both arms up. And turning this into a psoas stretch, you're going to drop your right hand down, take it behind your back to the side of the left hip, and then reaching the left arm up and over to the right. And inhale, reaching both arms up. And exhale, taking hands back down to the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes under. We're going to step that back foot all the way back to down dog. Take 3 deep breaths here in down dog. Heels are heavy. Then bend the knees, look forward. We're stepping left foot forward this time. So putting the left foot between your hands. You want the left knee over the ankle, hip square to the front, pushing the right heel to the back to lengthen the right leg. So here we are now in runner's lunge. And slowly dropping the right knee down to the mat, pointing the right toes. So into our low lunge now, we're going to inhale, reaching the arms up. The hips are squared to the front. And coming into our psoas stretch, we'll drop the left hand down, and then take the left hand behind the back all the way to the side of the right hip, and reaching the right arm up and over to the left. And inhale, reaching both arms up. And exhale, dropping the hands down to the mat, tucking the back toes under, then stepping that front foot back into down dog. Spine's long, sending the chest towards the thighs, heels are heavy. And then dropping down onto your knees. And come into another plank pose now, a variation of our plank. So pushing the palms down into the mat, shoulders are over the wrists, lengthen the legs, toes are tucked under, spine long, core engaged. Okay, from here we're going to take your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. That's 1. Put it back, and then left knee to the outside of the left elbow. That's 2, and put it back. So right knee is 3, left knee's 4, right knee's 5, left knee's 6, right knee's 7, left knee 8, right knee 9, and left knee 10. Okay, well done, dropping down to your knees, coming back to a quick child's pose. You can drop your elbows down to the mat, maybe roll out your wrists here. rolling them in both directions. Okay, we're going to come back up to our plank pose, rolling the shoulders back, spine long, core engaged. This time taking the right knee to the left elbow and put it back, that's 1. Left knee to right elbow and put it back, that's 2. So right knee 3, left knee 4, right knee 5, left knee 6, right knee 7, left knee 8, right knee 9, and left knee 10. Well done, come back into child's pose. Again, you can roll your wrists out, dropping your elbows down to the mat. Okay, coming back up, getting ready for a plank pose. This time we're going to do a side plank. So you've got 2 options here. You can do with one knee down on the mat, so rolling onto your right side. You can have your right knee down on the mat with the right hand, reaching the left arm up and lifting the left foot. This is option 1. Option 2, the full side plank. We've got the legs straight, keeping the hips high. Keep breathing here. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift your left foot here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. Coming into the side plank on the left. So you can either keep your left knee down on the mat and the left hand lifting the right foot and lifting the right hand. Or if you want to try option 2, with straightening the legs, keeping the hips high here, core strong. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift the right foot. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, coming back to a child's pose. Roll out your wrists if you need to. Okay, bringing yourself back up. This time we're going to come into a low plank or a forearm plank. So taking your elbows and forearms down to the mat. Fingers are spread wide, palms pushing down into the mat. Straightening your legs again, tucking the toes under. Rolling the shoulders back. Spine is long, core engaged. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Knees down to the mat. Okay, well done. Now we're going to do a side forearm plank. So taking the right elbow and forearm down on the mat. This time it's parallel to the top edge of your mat. Rolling onto the right foot, lifting the left arm up. If you need to drop the right knee down to the mat, that's fine. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift the left foot as well, keeping the hips high, core strong. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. We'll do the same on the other side. So now taking the left forearm parallel with the top of the mat, fingers are spread wide, palms pushing down on the mat, rolling onto the left foot, lifting the right arm up, keeping the hips high. If you need to drop down onto the left knee, that's fine. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift the right foot. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, well done. Coming back to child's pose. Okay, when you're ready, coming up to sitting, and we're going to come into boat pose here. So sitting on your bottom with your feet on the mat, knees bent. I'm going to start. Option 1 is holding the back of your thighs, keeping the core engaged and lean back slightly, and then lifting both feet. Okay, this is option 1, keeping the core strong. If you want to try option 2, you can reach the hands out in front. Keep breathing here. If you want to try option 3, you could straighten the legs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a quick breath, and then we'll do that again. We'll do our boat pose again. So you can start by holding the back of the thighs, core engaged as you lean back slightly, lifting the feet. You can stay here in option 1, option 2, straightening the arms, option 3, straightening the legs. You can always go back to option 2 or 1 if you need to. Core strong. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, now taking the feet about hip width apart, the knees are still bent. We're going to take the hands behind you with fingers facing forward, and we're going to come into reverse tabletop. So rolling the shoulders back here on an inhale, lifting the hips and looking up to the ceiling, pushing the feet firmly down into the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, well done. You can stick with your reverse tabletop, or if you like, you can try the reverse plank. So in which case you'll straighten the legs out and point the toes this time. Again, the hands are behind you, fingers facing forward, rolling the shoulders back, and on an inhale, lifting the hips, looking up at the ceiling. One more inhale here, and exhale, slowly releasing down to the mat. Okay, well done. Again, bending the knees, feet on the mat. Now coming to lie down on your mat. So the knees are bent, feet are about hip width apart. Taking the hands at the sides with palms facing down. And we're going to come into a bridge pose. So on an inhale, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the hips. Try not to let your knees go out to the sides. Try and keep your knees about hip width apart. All 4 corners of the feet pushing down into the mat as you keep the hips lifted. One more inhale, and exhale, slowly release. Coming into eye of the needle pose, we're going to take the right ankle onto the left thigh, pushing the right knee away from you. Then we're going to grab the left thigh, pull the left thigh towards you, and flex both feet. You want to keep the head relaxed here on the mat. And slowly release. Switching sides, taking the left ankle onto the right thigh, pushing the left knee away from you, then grabbing the right thigh, pulling the right thigh towards you, and flexing both feet. And slowly release. Okay, now hugging your right knee into your chest, lengthening the left leg down on the mat. And using your left hand to take that knee over to the left, taking the right arm out to the right. And slowly back to the middle, hugging the left knee into the chest, lengthening the right leg down to the mat. And using your right hand to take that knee over to the right, taking the left arm out to the left. And slowly back to the middle. Now hugging the knees into the chest, have a little rock side to side, massaging the lower back. And coming into happy baby pose, grabbing the outsides of the feet, bending the knees and pulling the knees down towards the armpits. If you're struggling here to grab your feet in this position, you could just hold onto your thighs. And you can either stay still here in happy baby, or if you like to, you can rock side to side. And releasing the feet down to the mat. We're going to come into Shavasana, our final resting pose. You can either take the feet to the edge of the mat, let the knees fall in towards each other, if you prefer to keep your knees bent. Otherwise, lengthening the legs, taking the feet down towards the corners of the mat, hands at the sides, palms facing up, releasing the shoulders down into the mat, closing your eyes. And on an inhale, clenching your fists, scrunching up the fingers. And exhale, release. And inhale, clenching your feet, scrunching up your toes. And exhale, release. And inhale, clenching your face, scrunching up your eyes. And exhale, release. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly bending your knees. And rolling onto your right side for another 2 deep breaths before coming up to sitting. When you're ready, coming up to sitting in your own time. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it.